Hello, Kemi Hente. Welcome back to another video. Bandai Namco just dropped an amazing trailer for All's Justice. Everybody's hyping it up. I wanted to actually watch it with you guys and give you guys my thoughts on it as I go along and see the new stuff, okay? So I will be pausing for certain things. And shout out to them actually doing good stuff for the story, man, because the past two games had shit story modes, man. No cutscenes, no nothing, man. But here they actually are kind of worrying about doing that.
Are you ready for one last smash?
One last smash? Chill, take me on a date first.
I can do it now.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so
Into the fray.
now we got the tag system, right? Where before we only had the anchor and two supports. Now we have three characters with three different health bars. They don't share health, which is dope. And now the match is gonna last a little longer than the past games because now you got three characters to work with. Your opponent has three characters to work with, which I'm not mad at. You know, I think it's a good change personally. You know what? I like the HUD too. I do. I like the fact that they made it so where it doesn't take too much real estate on the screen, but it's still good.
Victory is achieved when you eliminate all three members of the opposing team.
Yeah.
Freely switch between characters. Strategic character switching can counter your opponents and create new opportunities for you.
All right.
Time your switch commands correctly during attack combos to seamlessly swap characters.
I like the tagging, man. I like the
continue
tagging.
the
It
assault.
seems nice.
Switching characters while guarding can be a high.
Hold on. Let's go back to this part right here because I want to talk about this. So the Dabi is putting pressure on Bakugo's guard, right? A very normal thing to do in fighting games. This thing right here is shining like a motherfucker. I don't know why it's shining a lot too. Every time Dabi touches him, you guys can see that like shine.
While guarding.
But look at this, right? Dabi overcommitted to the target combo right here. He overcommitted. So it makes sense for then Todoroki to be able to punish that. That's completely fine. I think this is great. But I just hope they don't do this thing where now people are gonna be scared to put pressure on somebody's guard because then they can just get punished like this. And look at the damage. I mean, you go from putting pressure on your opponent to them now getting cooked. Half your health bar gone.
With normal controls,
I hope that that's not the case. I hope they figure out a way to not make it annoying.
Destroy everything. That's all.
Master the four core actions.
Yeah, man. Like you guys could see it, right? Like I'm gonna show you guys again. Like, look, Deku is hitting Shigaraki, and this thing on the bottom is shining a lot. Every time he like touches him, it shines. Like look. Shigaraki's gonna hit Deku. Look at Deku's white thing at the bottom. Boom. You see how it shines? Hold on. Let me go back to the full screen. And you can see it here too. It shines a lot, specifically when they're getting hit. At first, I thought it was the round counter, but then I was like, no, why is that shining, man? Yeah, okay, so it's pretty basic. It's beats Ets. It's simple. You don't gonna need an explanation for that.
Devastating combos. If your opponent gets the upper hand, use evade action or counter crash.
Okay, that's what that's for. Okay, so here's the thing. I understand this now, right? So I'm gonna look back real quick because if you guys remember, in the past Once Justice games, whenever you were getting hit by a combo, you would call your support, and your support would be the one doing the combo breaker for you. But then you have to wait for a long cooldown for the support. So because now you don't have simply supports, you have actually three main characters you can switch to at whatever given moment. They changed the combo breaker to this thing on the bottom of the health bar or the bottom of the guard bar, right? Because this is what the guard bar is, the white bar.
The battlefield.
So okay, I get it. That's a good way of doing it, I suppose. Like instead of it being part of your support system, it's an entirely different mechanic now. Okay, I guess I understand that. Like they want you to have your supports available instead of it being like, hey, you're gonna waste your supports over and over again to try to get out of combos. Quirk actions, man.
A diverse range of quirk skills only possible in My Hero Academia. Mix and match your team's 3 quirks to find synergies and add depth to your tactics.
That's
and
cool.
strategy.
So whenever you do a plus
Unleash
ultra,
the
you can
devastating
switch to
power
another
of
character's plus ultra, basically.
moves. If you coordinate your abilities,
Yeah,
you can unleash
yeah.
a collaborative plus
That's the
ultra
level 1.
combo with
Then the
all
level
3
1 for
characters.
Sun Eater.
Forge a devastating technique where quirks
Yeah,
collide,
okay. So
guaranteeing
basically you
massive
stop
damage.
the entire plus ultra meter. Damn, bro, hold on. Jesus Christ.
Massive
That was the almost the entire health bar, dude. I mean, granted, that's the entire plus ultra meter that went into one character. That's essentially the same thing as doing a level 3, right? A plus ultra level 3. Damn, man, but like that Shigaraki got cooked, bro. Got fried.
Come on, guys!
Dude, these cutscenes are dope. I mess with these cutscenes a lot.
Activate a character
All right, this is what I wanted to see. The
Rising
Rising
during
Gauge.
battle. While active, your attack power, movement speed, and
Yeah,
recovery
Shigaraki
speed
transforms.
are all enhanced for you to gain momentum. Plus,
The reason why I like this is not because of the damage per se or the speed movement or none of that. It's because the characters actually change how they play.
if you're down to
You
your
know,
last
it's like you
character,
gotta figure
you'll
out how they
automatically
play
start
in this
binding
specific state.
It's the ultimate card for turning
Yeah.
the tables.
See, now, this is my question. And I want to ask this because I'm very ignorant and I don't want to say nothing that I don't know yet. So, if the last character automatically gets Rising, will the last character getting Rising do more damage than if you activate Rising while having 3 characters? Because obviously you have to wait for a meter to fill up for Rising. But for when you're the last character, it's automatic. It just it's given to you for free. So I think my question here is, will there be a differential between the Rising that you activate when you actually have a team still alive versus the Rising that you get when you're the last character and you gotta make a final ditch effort to maybe come back? That's what I want to know, because you know, in other games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighters, things like the X Factor or Sparking in Dragon Ball Fighters, it changes depending on how many characters you have alive. If you're the last dude alive, your Sparking is much more deadly, right?
Win your corner, allowing you to snatch
Yo,
victory
Armored
from the
All Might,
brink
man, I'm
of
so
defeat.
glad he's in the game,
All the
dude.
power you've
Like,
built
I
up,
don't know why,
all the
but I
justice
really,
you
really
hold.
do like Armored All
Everything
Might.
is finally here.
Okay, they're showing more characters from Class 1A, which is dope. The floatiness is still there. Like, I saw some people in the comment section on Twitter going like, oh man, the floatiness seems to kind of, you know, get taken away. No, the floatiness is still there, bro. It's just people don't see it, but if you play this the other games, like you can see it. You can see
My
it. It's no
Hero
point.
Academia.
All right,
Justice.
and that's the end of the trailer, right? I'm not gonna yap too much more. Just gonna say, the way they did the crash counter thing, I like it, right? It's not dependent on your supports anymore. Pretty dope way to do it, where essentially, look, we're gonna give you an opportunity for you to break a combo, but you gotta use it wisely because it's not tied to your supports on cooldown anymore. Whereas before, in the other games, you code your support, they will come back, right? They will always be on cooldown. They will always come back. And you had that as an assurance, but now that's not the case here. So I'm glad they did that change. Now, the other thing here would be the Rising system. I like it. I mess with it. I do want to know an answer to my previous question about whether there's differentials between the one that you get when you're the last character versus the one where you activate while you have your full team alive. And of course, that little guard switching, I want to know more about it because I want to know how it works specifically, because I don't think it would be healthy for the game if you couldn't put pressure on somebody's guard without having to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just seeming like a lot of people are going to maybe go the route of doing long range character attacks and instead of putting pressure on guards. And I don't want that for the game personally. But yeah, a lot of damage from nothing in this game. I am excited for this game now that there's 3 characters instead of just one character with 1 health bar. Yeah, so far, so good. I can't really complain about anything that I saw today. I think they're doing a good job, and I hope to see more later in the future. But with that being said, guys, let me know your opinion. I'm going to be leaving. Peace.